Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Julie's Stamping Spot here on YouTube. Over the course of 2021, I have shared 145 videos. Oh my gosh, there's so many favorites. And through the end of December, I'll be sharing a project playback, a favorite project from over the last year, which is going to be a new weekly series in 2022. I can't wait to rehash and look back at some of these projects. Now, some of the things I'll be sharing are using products that are no longer available, but I hope these project ideas will inspire you to use what you have at home, or if you want to go shopping for some brand new stuff, you can do that at juliedavison.com/shop. I recently surpassed 2 million views here on YouTube, and I can't wait to see what the new year is going to bring. Our goal before the end of the year is to reach 20,000 subscribers, and it's crazy to think that only half of the people watching these videos have subscribed. So please, if you enjoy Julie's Stamping Spot videos, please like, subscribe, and share our channel with your friends. I can't wait to share even more in the new year, but until then, I hope you enjoy these project playbacks. Thanks so much for watching. Today's card is a fun one using designer paper. You'll need a 5.5 by 12-inch piece of designer paper. And this is going to be good with any designer paper. So whether you're making a last-minute Christmas card or a card for any occasion, you're really going to love this one. Let's jump in. I actually did this as a mystery stamping, a stamp along with my team. We had a meeting on Saturday. We did a virtual team meeting because I have over 100 team members who are all over the United States. So we always do virtual team meetings every month. We have so much fun. We do card challenges with layouts, and we just have all kinds of fun in our team group. So if you've ever thought about joining as a demonstrator, I would love to have you join the Jubilant Stampers. You can ask me any kind of questions you have. I've got a page with good information. We share all kinds of creative ideas and tips and all kinds of things. So I saw Alisa's idea there, and I just thought it was so much fun. So I'm using the Paper Blooms designer paper. Again, this is one that you can get free during celebration. And this is a 12 by 12 paper. You can see I've got the bigger piece here, but I just cut it down so you can see. So I really am digging the colors in this paper. We've got Rococo Rose and Seaside Spray, which are retiring in colors. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Night of Navy, Petal Pink, Old Olive, Soft Seafoam. So this is kind of fun colors for flowers. Blushing Bride, maybe a little bit in there too. So we've got the flowers on one side. We've got some geometrical different patterns on the other. So this is a fun paper and has been a favorite so far during celebration. Well, did you know that this designer paper coordinates with the In Bloom bundle from the mini catalog? Now, I have to point this out really quick. There was a little typo in the book right here. It says coordinates with the Pretty Perennials bundle, but oops, that's not the case. It actually coordinates with the In Bloom bundle, and you can tell even from the name, Paper Blooms and In Bloom, it is designed to coordinate with this one. So the shapes of the flowers and the dies as well are the same shapes that you'll find in the designer paper. So for the card that I'm making tonight, I have die cut some from the coordinating colors. So I've just die cut a bunch of flowers. I love the stitched details on these flower dies. They're so pretty. So I just kind of did some different shapes and the different colors that are in the designer paper. So I'm going to be using some of these, and since I just die cut a whole bunch at once, I'll just save the rest in a empty stamp case, and then I'll be able to make cards really quickly using those die cuts. So that's always a fun idea if you have some extra time, just to sit and, die cut stuff like this, and then have like a little case that you can make cards really quickly and easily. So this is called Pierced Blooms Dies 154312, and it does come bundled with the In Bloom stamp set. And I just got this. I haven't even inked it up and used it yet. So this is brand new. And I'm going to kind of wing it with our card tonight. So you guys can help me decide which paper I should use for our card base. I cut both of them because I couldn't decide. I really love them both. And for this card, you are going to see both sides of the designer paper. So leave a comment and let me know, do you think we should do the pink card base or should we do the blue card base? So leave a comment, pink or blue, and then I will go with whichever one you guys think we should use. So in the meantime, while you're voting on that, I'm going to go ahead and cut some circles. I'm using Lucy, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm also using the layering circle dies. So these have different sizes in solid and scallop circles. This is a really good die set. I'm trying to remember how many dies are in here. Let's see if it says on the case. I'd probably have to look in the catalog. So let's just grab one really quick and check it out. So this is a good time to get this because you get free celebration when you get stuff like this. So, well, when you get anything. Layering circles, here we go, 16 dies. So there's 8 solid circles, 8 scallop circles, and it looks like all of them will fit in the mini machine, so that's awesome. There's also layering squares and layering ovals. So if you like the look of the solid and the scallops, you can get all of the varieties, all of the different shapes, ovals, squares, circles. So what I've done is I've taken and I've got a solid square and a scallop square circle, and I'm going to die cut them together to create a frame. So hopefully my paper is big enough here, and let's send that through, and I'll show you what I mean with the frame. And then I'm also going to cut a solid circle with the white as well. Okay, so we've got the solid and the scallop. I cut them out together. They nest really nicely in there and they kind of keep that space really even. So here we've got the frame, and so this is what we're going to use for the card. This is just an extra piece and you can save that for another card. I'm also going to use the same size circle with just a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to send that through and cut a circle. So I'm just doing the solid circle this time. And we're going to use that on the card as well. And I just realized I need to cut a piece for the inside. So let's grab the paper trimmer. Thought I had everything ready. But, oops, maybe. Okay, for the inside of the card, I'm going to do a white piece that is, I'm going to go 3 1/4 by, 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. I'll put the measurements in the description when we're all done. And then this one is going to be 3 1/2 by 5. So 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and then 3 1/2 by 5, and those are going to layer together. And this is going to be for the inside of the card. So we've got our pieces ready to go. And I don't know if I told you the measurements. The designer paper is 5 1/2 inches by 12. So let me look really quick and see what you guys decided. I gotta keep track here. Okay. Scrolling back through the comments. Okay, so we've got blue and pink. And I'm gonna just do tick marks. So I see Eva says blue. Ashley says pink. Kathy says blue. 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 Pink. This is I feel like this is hard to do one-handed. Carmen says pink. Debbie says pink. Oh gosh, this is really close. You guys, I can't decide either, so I'm not surprised that this is so close. Oh my goodness. It's just back and forth, back and forth. Pink, blue, blue, blue. All right, I think blue is winning. Okay, I'm gonna stop counting. Oh, that was really close. I'm gonna go with the blue, but I might do the pink later because that one, I love it. Okay, so we've got our blue card stock. Let me make sure I'm back here at the front. Okay, so we're gonna use our paper cutter and we're going to score. Okay, so 5.5 inches by 12 inches. So you can get 2 of these cards from one sheet of cards, one sheet of designer paper. And I'm scoring at 4 inches. And then let's open it up and score at 8 inches. So what I have is 3 4-inch segments. And this card is going to fold like a trifold. So I fold one in and then I fold the other one over. And so we'll just get a nice good crease there. Yeah, we're gonna need our die cut thing again. I just realized we want to now die cut a circle in the front. And I think this is gonna be too big for Lucy. So let me grab Mama. Oh, she was across the room. Here's Big Mama. This is the regular Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So it works the same way. There's a platform and there's cutting pads. And so what I'm going to do, I've got my card and one side is closed and I'm opening it up. So this is just one layer that I'm cutting through. It's the first panel, the top one. And I'm going to add the circle in the center, and then I'm going to die cut it. Yes, Eva, this is the base paper for my card, and I think you were watching on Saturday, Eva. This is the same card that we did on the team page, so you may recognize it. Oh, okay, I was just using some different designer paper. My stuff is going all over the floor. All right, so that's our card base. And we're done with our dies, so let's put those away. And we're not going to use this circle that we cut out the front, so we'll save that for another card. So let's put on, we're going to do our frame. I'm using some liquid glue, and you don't need a lot of the liquid glue, so I'm just kind of putting some dots around. And I should have like, where's my grid paper again? Oh goodness. So that frame is going to go right around the window, the hole in the card base. And I put it on the scrap because I didn't want to get glue on my desk. So you can, the thing I like about the liquid glue is there's a little wiggle room that you can move if you need to get it just right. Okay, so the window goes around like that, and then the sentiment is going to go on this white circle, and it's going to glue down through the window, so it's actually going to stick to the second layer. So let's get out some stamps and see what we want to use. Ooh, I like this. You're so amazing. Or no, you are amazing. Okay, that looks good, and let's do it in Night of Navy. And we can decide, do we want to just add the die cuts, or do we want to add any of the flowers on it? I feel like we could do, I don't know. Let's kind of play around and see. First, well, no, we don't want to glue it down in case we add a stamped flower. Let's check out our die cuts. So we've got these beautiful die cuts, and we can decide where we want them to go. I do have some of the leaves. I cut some of the centers, so we've got centers to go in the flowers. That's almost really busy, isn't it? I don't think I want to add any stamps here because I think that might be too busy. Don't you think? If we try to add, I think if we try to add a stamped image, that might be too much. Okay, but we can mix and match the flowers. And then on the inside, we can add some die cuts as well. So you are amazing. How about congrats on the inside? I'm really excited because my team has been doing so amazing, and I have some special congratulation cards I need to send out. We had some really awesome promotions in January, so I'm catching up on all of my packages, and I've got some congrats cards to send out. So let's make up this card for one of my team members. And you can either add stamping on here, or we can do some more die cuts. Oh my gosh, I love that. What do you guys think? Carolyn, I've been cutting over 150 pieces of that die set. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's a lot. But then you have them all ready to go. Eva's been making Valentine's today. You know what? I mailed my Valentine's today. I felt like it just snuck up on me. Didn't it sneak up on you guys? I had all these plans to send out Valentine's early because I had them all done, and it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen the way I wanted it to. Okay, for this, I'm going to put the glue on the back of the circle, and then I'll close the card and I can center the circle in the window and then kind of push down. So it's actually glued in here, but you see it through the window, and now it's lined up well. So let's add, I love using glue dots for adding small pieces together. So this is going to work out really well with the glue dots. Even stuff like this, it's just sometimes easier than the liquid glue to just add the glue dots. So I'm going to do that down here. Oh, so pretty. Don't look. I just want to tear that up a little. Okay, this is going to go on the inside, and I love the way that pops. So when I did this with my team, I did not add the layer of Night of Navy. I just did the white, and I love the way the navy, or the whatever color you're using. I love the way that just makes the inside pop. So this is going to be the inside. Congrats, you're so fancy now. And then on the front, we're going to add some of the die cuts as well. So what do we do? Do we have a... I think I took the one that we had and I used it on the inside. So that's okay. We'll just add some more. We'll do a pink one up here, and you can use Stampin' Dimensionals on the outside. I think I'm going to do that. And then they can kind of like hang over the frame a little bit. You just want to make sure that it doesn't go to the other side and keep the card closed. Okay, let's do... Dimensionals again. And, oh, that just came right off. Oh, booger. I guess that wasn't dry yet. Oops. Oh, I just did the thing I said not to do. Be careful. Oh, we're just all kinds of messy. Okay. So you want to be careful that you don't have your dimensionals going. You don't want them to close the card, right? And then we need a white one, so we're going to stick that. Oh, I really should have die cut something with pink. Should we do that really quick? Yes, we should. So let's do this. There's just so many options. I love this. I'm going to do something with this one in the Rococo Rose. Let me grab my scrap. And let's grab Lucy. Come here, Lucy. I've been getting a lot of questions from people. Should I get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine? And I really love the convenience of the size of it. Being able to just grab it off the floor and stick it on my desk, have it not be taking up too much room on my desk, not having to like go across the room to use my die cutting machine. So I really love it. If you already have a die cutting machine, unless you need a small one for convenience, like there's nothing that this machine can do that the other machine can't do. So really, whether or not you get the mini, it's really a matter of convenience. Do you need to travel with it? Do you need the space on your desk? Just that kind of thing. So how many of you have the mini? Do you guys have this one? I know many of you are so excited. And it just came out last month in January. I cut these, but then I worried that that was too little. You know what? No, I love that. That's perfect. Let's not lose this one. Let's get these back in the sleeve before we lose something. And that might be too big for a glue dot, too small. You know, I'm going to do the other way around. I'm going to put the glue in the middle of the flower. And then, there we go. Oh, yes. That's so pretty, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I love it. I thought that was a hair, but it's like a crease on the cardstock. Okay. We're going to do glue dots and not a dimensional, because this is a white flower. I just want it to kind of hang down more on the paper. Okay, here's our finished card. You are amazing. Congrats, you're so fancy now. And I love the stitched flowers. It does feel so fancy. Oh gosh, I almost lost that die. Okay, let's get, I'm going to lose these. So I'm going to use a cello bag. Do you know, I use these for my card kits, but they're actually in a catalog as well. These are the large cello bags. And I often use them for holding like extra card pieces if I'm in the middle of a card. I use them when I do my kits as well. So you might have some if you order from me and you get my kits. You might have a little collection of Stampin' cello bags. So this is something you can use them for if you have some extra pieces. And then because this is so skinny, you can just put this right inside your die case so that you have them handy, or if you prefer, you can keep them in your stamp case. But that's a really nice flat way to do them. And you know what? I did not show I didn't show the stamps this time, but you can see really quickly that the stamps die cut with the same dies, right? So you can stamp this one and then you can die cut it and it's going to have the stitched border on there. So I used it just by cutting solid cardstock, but you can also use them in conjunction with the stamp set and die cut those flowers. So I think I'm going to keep mine in here with the dies, which I just realized I put in sideways. Okay, so just a little handy tip, use your cello bag to keep track of all your extra little pieces. And so here is one more sample using the same fold. And I mentioned this at the beginning, but in case you joined late, I saw this card idea by Demonstrator Alisa Tilsner. And so here you can see I just did the white, and I think, like, I wish I could tear it apart and add a purple border behind it because it really just pops with that extra layer. So I'll put the measurements in the description of the video when we're all done. But again, the designer paper is 5.5 by 12, and then I scored it 4 1/8 inches. And then the inside, the Night of Navy is 3.5 by 5. And the Whisper White is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Okay, that's it for today. I'm so glad that you were able to join me for this project Playback. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time with another Project Playback.